Good morning. This week we're in Parshat Tetzaveh. Parshat Tetzaveh is part of a series of portions that describe the way in which the temple, the Beit Mikdash, will be constructed. It goes into a lot of detail about this, probably more detail than most people really want to know. It's extremely important. I want this morning to concentrate on just one, maybe even some would consider it obscure idea in the portion. This week's portion, also with another portion later on in the Torah, Tzav, mentions the idea that if you touch something that has become purified and holy, you yourself can be made holy. Now, at the first blush, it may seem this idea makes a lot of sense. Why? Because we know, probably you know, at least passively, that, for example, a dead body is enough to render a person or even a building potentially impure, and there are many other things that might render someone impure merely by coming in contact with it through touch. So it would make sense that the opposite would be true. That is to say that if you come in contact with something that is holy, you would be holy. Well, this week's portion seems to indicate, it says explicitly, that if you touch the altar of the temple, which itself has become purified, you become purified. It turns out that through the course of commentary, by which I mean the Talmud largely, Midrashim as well, this idea is rejected. Namely, Judaism, as seen through the eyes of the rabbis, basically rejects the idea that touching something that itself is been purified will make you pure. Why would this be the case? How come the rabbis didn't agree that you could just go around touching something that has been purified and you could become holy? Well, if you pause to think about it, it makes a lot of sense. To be holy must require something than merely coming in contact, touching a holy object. To be holy must require a level of investment, a level of commitment, a level of knowledge, a level of belief, a level of faith that is more than just, well, I'm going to go touch this item and then I'm holy. Holiness, as it manifests itself in a human being, comes about through your mind, through your body, through your study, through your heart. And we learn all of this over and over again in the Jewish tradition. So while the bar to become impure is extraordinarily easy to cross, the bar to become holy is very high. And it requires a lot of work, a lot of koach, a lot of heart, a lot of strength, a lot of thinking. And I believe this aligns nicely with what Judaism wants us to do, which is to be committed to the difficult work of creating holiness in our lives. I hope that we're going to see you this evening in the Gore Sanctuary at 6:15. I hope you'll join us for another wonderful Erev Shabbat service. And I also want to remind you out there, in case you're still considering coming on the Temple Judea Israel Solidarity Mission, that there's plenty of space available. We'd love to have you come. Give me a call, send me an email. I really would invite you to think about this. When you talk about becoming holy, this work of visiting Israel at this moment is work that will help make us holy. Looking forward to seeing you tonight. Shabbat Shalom.